Hi, I'm Ghost from ghostmusic.com, and you're listening to The Dev Room. But first, let's hear from our sponsors.
Today's episode is sponsored by ghostmusicom, the only place for developers to learn how to create their own video games, be better developers, as well as have a greater understanding and dialogue about being a better developer.
Welcome to the second episode of The Dev Room, and I'm your host, Ghost from ghostmusic.com, and today we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart, and that is game development. I know that I speak about this a lot, but as a game developer, um, it's one of the most rewarding and just like fun aspects that you can possibly get into, especially as a software engineer or web development. Everything that you do, you can relate back to games, especially now with the gamification of applications. Um, so today I just wanted to like dive deep into it. If you don't know what the gamification of applications is just a series of checklists or goals or things that you want your user to experience or just complete. You see this a lot in like what is it? Facebook, where it actually has a progress bar. I don't know if they do it or not for new accounts, but you have a progress bar and you have a set amount of goals that you want to get. So you want to make sure that you capture the person's name. You want to make sure you capture a user icon, so on and so forth, and you want to make sure that that account is built up as much as possible to get more information about the person or the user as possible. And you want to use this information for analytics or any sort of information that ties it back to the user, and you want to make sure that you get them with friends so they can communicate, and everything just builds up. And then by the end of it, you have this large list of things that pertain about the user, and it gives you better insight of how to engage this user and how to retain this user and make sure that he or she comes back to your site or your application as much as possible. And you want to make sure that, just like Instagram, the user stays on that application, site, whatever it is, for as long as possible. And you turn it into a game. So every day this person logs in, they gain something new. And this way, again, you get the more retention, you get more feedback, you get everything that you possibly want from this user. And it helps. It really does. It makes everything about the process of development a lot easier because you know exactly where you want to tackle and what you want to make better. And to me, this process is one of the greatest that we possibly could have because again, like I said, it just helps you along the process of developing, and you want to have a clear game plan of what you want to attack and what you want the end goal to be. And it also helps in the realm of pivoting from where you're going to better suit everyone. Because you never want to spend, let's say, 50 to 100 hours working on something that no one is using, nor does anybody want to use. But yeah, gamification is, in my opinion, uh, just a brilliant idea. It it helps. It basically just helps everyone, and there is no better, um, just no better idea than turning everything that the user gets into a giant game. Because who doesn't like games? you may you may think that, hey, just because it's not a video game, there there can't be there can't be anything for the user to get into or experience or even do whatever. But if you think about it, life is like a game. You start with absolutely nothing. You have to work your way up to what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish, what you want to do in life, and you work hard at it until the point where you just keep repeating the cycle until you eventually can't do it anymore, but you end up loving what you do. And I don't know about anybody else, but to me that is that's brilliant. That's exactly what I want to do. That's why I started this podcast. That's why I do YouTube videos. I do my Instagram. I code. I develop. I do everything that I possibly can to further the dream and the process of the things that I want to do, and I won't be stopped. And yeah, like it's just it's just a brilliant idea. I know that there may be other people who think differently, and if you're one of those people, feel free to sound off. Let me know what you guys think. You can always message me on Twitter at ghostsmusic.com. I mean, Ghosts Music on Twitter, or on our YouTube channel. It's the same. Or even on our Instagram. You can always hit me up there and tell me what you guys feel about it, and I'll feel free to have a conversation with you, and maybe we might bring you on the broadcast and have you voice your opinion on something. But with that one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.